pregnant woman. It's a prenatal flow designed for women which are pregnant in their first, second, or third semester. And you can take that class even though you're not pregnant. So it's a hips opener. We're going to open the hips and strengthen them in different ways. So let's start with finding a nice and comfortable seat. You can use a blanket if you have, or a block or anything that you can have at home to elevate your sitting bones. You can rest your hand on top of your knees. Allow your eyes to close. And you can have your hands on your knees, or you can bring your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart center. So this is a great opportunity to tune inward, to tune in with your baby. So take a few deep breaths here. Take your time to slowly arrive on your mat, to slowly enter into your practice. To slow down if you have had a busy day. Shifting the attention inwards to what's happening inside in your body. Taking a moment to pause here and to be grateful for everything that's happening inside, for this incredible journey that you are on, the journey of pregnancy. Take one more breath here. Deep inhale and exhale fully. On the next inhale, you can join your palms together at your heart center and set your intention for today's practice. Reminding yourself the reason why you stepped on your mat, which intention, which meaning you want to give to your practice today. And let this intention lead your whole practice and maybe even the rest of your day. Good. You can release your hands on your knees, palms facing up, bow your head down. Inhale, open your eyes and look at your palms. Namaste. Alright, so we're going to start here with some roll for the spine and the lower back. So you can stay it with the legs cross-seated, or you can also open your legs in a diamond shape, whatever feels more comfortable for you in that position. So we're going to simply move the torso to the right and forward, the left and backwards. So keep going on your own pace here. On the inhale, you go forward, and on the exhale, backwards. And you can decide how far you want to go. If you want to make the circles big or small, doesn't matter here, as long as you're moving in a way that feels natural for you, should be organic, in rhythm with your breath. You can also close your eyes if you feel like. Change direction, other side. You can also involve the shoulders, the head, so make sure the neck is released. You're not holding unnecessary tensions in the neck or shoulders area. So this is a good way to open here, to release the lower back, to open our hips and the side of our bodies. Great, and then come back to the center. From here, you're going to come to lie down on your right side. You can use your pillow or your towel here, your blanket, as a pillow, or you can use your right arms.
So you're gonna place the legs bent, the left leg stack on top of the right leg, and we're gonna simply open the top leg here. On the inhale, opening, on the exhale, releasing. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. On the inhale, opening, on the exhale, releasing. 3 more. So try to shift the weight towards the belly, not to slouch on your back. Good. And then you're gonna bring the knee towards you here. You're gonna simply grab the foot from the outside here, so your elbow goes inside the knee, and you come into a half happy baby. So you're pulling the foot towards you, and you're shifting the weight more towards the belly here. Good. Take 3 deep breaths. Feel a nice release in the left hips, inside, in the inner groins. Take 1 more deep breath. Good. And then you're going to stretch the leg here, the left leg. So if you can't totally stretch it, it's fine. It can stay bent slightly. Or you can also move the left hand lower so that you grab the ankle or the calf muscles. So whatever is available to you. You could also be here with the hands underneath the thigh, according the flexibility of your hamstring here. So here we're clearly opening the hips, of course, but also the back of the legs, the hamstrings and the calf muscles. And shift the weight more towards the belly, don't collapse on the back. Take 2 deep breaths here. Make sure you're not tensing any part of the body here, the shoulders, the neck. Good. And then exhale, you're going to release. And you're going to bring the leg behind you and grab the foot from the outside with the left hand. Bend the knee, and you're going to pull this foot towards your buttocks. So you want to make sure your knee is at the level of your hip, the left knee, level with the left hip. And you should feel a nice stretch here in your quadriceps muscles on the left side. And it's also a nice shoulder opening. Take 1 more deep breath. Great. And then you're going to release the leg slightly forward than your right leg. And you're going to simply make a fist with your hands and give yourself a nice massage by tapping here around the hips. Tapping the outer thigh. Bringing more circulation, more release there. Good. And then we're gonna go for the side, the other side. So you're gonna come on the other side. Take your cushion if you want. Lie down on your left side. And you're gonna simply stack the right leg on top of the left leg. And again here, inhaling, opening the hip. And exhale, release. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It doesn't really matter how open you can go, how far you're going. As long as you're feeling here, the hips walking and the hips inside, the inner bones opening, you're doing well. Good. And then release here. Let's come into our half happy baby. So you're going to bend the knee here, bring the foot closer to you. Grab the foot from the outside and just pull the knee towards you. So it's as if you were doing a happy baby on one side when you're on your back. So shift the weight towards the belly here. Keep pulling the foot towards you. Take 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, you're going to stretch the leg upwards so the leg's coming towards your belly. If you can't have it totally straight, it's okay to bend the knee And you can also lower the right hand on the calf or behind the thigh here to support the leg. Try to release into the pose. Take one more breath. Good, and then slowly release here. Bend the knee, bring the foot backwards and wrap the foot from the outside here. And you're going to pull the foot towards the buttocks. So check that your knee is in line with your hip. Open the right shoulder here. So it's a good stretch for your knee here and for your quadriceps muscle. And at the same time, we're opening the right shoulder. Take a last breath. And then exhale, release the leg. Bring the legs forward of the right, left leg. Make a fist with your right hand. And again here, tapping the outer hips here, the outer thigh. Let's release any tension. Bringing more flow, more energy in that area. Very good. And then slowly we're gonna come to a hold force. So use your hands to press yourself back. So we're coming into hold force. So make sure that your knees are underneath your hips and your waist underneath your shoulders. You're pressing the whole fingers down here. And we're gonna start on the inhale to arch the spine and look at the ceiling. And on the exhale to hug gently the belly in and push round your spine. And on the inhale, open the chest, open your throat. And on the exhale, hugging in gently here. There's no contraction, strong contraction on the belly. Inhale, open from the tailbone to the top of the head. And exhale, round. You're free to close your eyes. Keep moving with the rhythm of your breath. Open, inhale. And closing, exhale. So this is a great pose to position the baby in a good way before you give birth. It will help it. You can visualize the baby hanging inside the belly as you're arching like in a hammock. And as you're rounding, you're bringing the baby, you're hugging it. One more time. Inhale, open the throat, and exhale, round. Inhale, come back to a neutral position. So if you have at this stage tension or pain in the waist, you can always make a fist and come on the fist here to remove any tension. So from here, so make sure the crest of your waist is parallel to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, you're going to bring the right leg back. Press the ball of the foot here, stretch the calf muscles, the hamstring of the right leg. And inhale, bring the left arm forward and start to circle the waist here. Gently hug the belly in to support your lower back and not to collapse here. You really want to have a strong, to use your core to support your back. And then release. Release the knee forward. And then inhale, bring the left leg back. Press the ball of the foot, stretch the leg. And once you're ready, here you can bring the right arms forward. And again, pushing strongly into the left hand, hugging the belly gently in, and roll the waist here. And change direction. Good. And then release. Alright, take an inhale this time. You're going to bring the right legs up in the air. If it's available to you, flex the foot. If not, you can stay here. Otherwise, you can be here. And if you feel stable and comfortable, bring the left arms forward. And extend the arms forward and the legs backwards. So you want to be long here. You don't want to be high, but long. Gently hug the belly in. And exhale, release. And change Inhale your left leg, go back. Either you keep it on the floor, either you can bring it up, flex the foot and bring your right arms forward. Keep pushing into the hands, the left hand. Bring your shoulder blades away from each other. It's a good exercise to strengthen your back muscles. And exhale, release. One more time on each side. Inhale the right leg, left arm. Exhale, release. And change. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Keep the chest open here, so you don't want to collapse. You want to open. And exhale, release. Good. Now you're going to open the knees wide apart to have space for the belly and come into a child pose here. So your forehead may or may not touch the floor, and it's okay. Simply keep your arms straight here, pressing the hands. Take 2 deep breaths. And from here, we're going to move into a motion with the arms, with the breath. So you stay in your child pose here, and you're going to simply inhale and bring the hips, bring the arms up, open. Now the exhale, bring the arms down and release. And on the inhale, opening. You can follow the movement of your hands with your head, and on the exhale, releasing down. And again, inhale, open, rotate the shoulder, create space and movement in the shoulder joint. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And exhale, release. Good. Release the hands. Take a breath here. And we're going for the other arms. On the inhale, opening, lift the hips. Follow the hands if you want with the eyes. And exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, release the arms. Come back to your child pose here. Take a deep breath. Good, and then you're going to shift the hips up. We're coming into a puppy dog. So you want to have your thighs vertical, so the hips stack above the knees. You're going to walk your arms more forward, and this is called puppy dog. So it's between the child pose and the downward facing dog. So you want maybe your forehead can reach the floor, maybe not. It's okay, it doesn't matter. Keep pressing the hands and activate your elbows, so your elbows are off the floor. So it's a good way to open the chest here, the shoulders, and the lower back. Take a deep breath. Good, and then lift up, inhale. You're going to walk the hands a little bit more closer to you. Your legs maybe a little bit more back. On the exhale, you're going to press into downward facing dog. And here you can open your feet as much as you need here to have space for your belly. Your hands are about shoulder distance apart. Shake your head yes and no. Release any tension in the neck. Press firmly through the base of each of your fingers. And here you can start to paddle your knees one by one. So feel free to move in any way that feels good for you now. In a very organic way. There's nothing to be specific about here. Just connect deeper with your body, with your breath. You can decide to stay longer on one or the other knee. You can also sway the hips side to side. So this is a really good way to release the side body and the hips. Good. And then you're gonna look forward, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Great. And fold forward into Uttanasana. So relax your head here. You can bend your knees as much as you need. And if your hands can't reach the floor, it's fine. Simply place them on your shin here or even on your thigh. So you want to just be able to release here the head and the lower back. Take one more breath. Great. And then you're going to place your hands on your thighs, bend the knees and slowly come up. Keep your spine long and come to a standing position. Alright, from here we're going to move. So you're going to bring the right legs back. We're going into warrior two. So you're going to open your arms here. So first you're going to have your feet parallel. And you're going to turn your left foot out and open your arms, inhale. And exhale, bend the front knee. So you're going into your warrior two. Open the chest, belly in. So you don't have to bend the front knee as much as you can. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees. Give yourself some space here. If you feel it's too much pulling on the hips here, the inner hips, you can bring the back foot closer to you and make the stance shorter here. Good. Now we're going to move with the breath. And on the inhale, you're going to stretch the leg, bring your arms up. And on the exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, stretch your arm. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Now you're going into a triangle. So stretch the front leg. Bring the back foot closer. Take an inhale. On the exhale, you're going to release here the left hand forward. Release the hands on the shin. And bring your right arms on your hips here. And open the torso to the ceiling. Open the top ribs towards the sky. You can stay here, or you can bring your arms, your right arms up towards the sky. Triangle pose. So it's a good way to open the right side of your body here. To open the hips a little bit more. One more breath. And inhale, come back. Good. Exhale, release here. Turn the left foot forward and turn the right foot out. Open, inhale your arms. On the exhale, bend the front knee, warrior two. Look to the right hand. And again, choose the stance that is sustainable for you so that there's not too much pulling here inside in the inner groins. On the inhale, open the arms, stretch your front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Now stretch your front leg, inhale, bring the back foot maybe closer. So the back edge of your foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Exhale, release the hands forward, hands on the shin, the right shin. On the inhale, open the left arm. So you can keep the hands on the hips here. Open the front, the top ribs towards the sky. You can also open the arms upwards. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Take 2 breaths. Keep pushing firmly into your feet to have more balance. And then inhale, slowly come back. And exhale, release here. Turn your feet parallel to each other. Good. Keep your feet parallel to each other. Lengthen the spine, inhale. And exhale, you're gonna come forward. And then you're gonna slowly release the hands forward here. Underneath the shoulders. So relax your neck here. If your hands can't really reach the floor, you can use blocks, or you can place the hands on your shin. Take one breath. Now you're going to place your hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to open the chest, inhale, arching your spine forward. And on the exhale, releasing. Again, inhale, open the chest. And exhale, release. One last time, inhale, arch your spine, open your chest. Exhale, release. Take 2 breaths here. Great, and then slowly, you're going to bring the feet closer to each other. And you're going to fold forward, Uttanasana. Then you can place your hands on your thighs, bend your knees, and slowly come up. Inhale, keep your long spine.
Then take a moment here in mountain pose. Notice your breath. Press your feet down. Feel very stable on your both feet. Great. Now you're going to open your feet again. And coming into, so you're going to simply bring your arms up, inhale. And exhale, release your arms up. Again, inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And this time you're going to bend the knees. Come almost to a goddess stance here. Take a breath. And inhale, come up. And exhale, release. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And stay here. Breathe. You're going to release the hand. Place one hand on the belly. Actually, both hands on your belly here. And breathe. Feel the heat in the thighs, in the legs. So we're building stamina in the legs and opening the hips at the same time. We will need that to give birth. Take one more breath. Great. And then slowly come up. Inhale. And close your feet. You can release the legs here if you need. Then let's come to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, bring your arms up, stretch, lengthen. And exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, halfway up, look forward. Exhale, you're going to plant your hand, bring the knees back. You're going to walk your feet. On the exhale, come into downward facing dog. A nice stretch to your legs, to your hips. Take a deep breath. Exhale, you're going to drop your knees down. You're going to take a cushion here or a big pillow underneath to press underneath your thighs. You're going to release the thighs. So you want to make sure you have space for the belly. And come into a cobra here. Inhale, opening the chest. So your belly should not be compressed on the floor. Your thighs should be elevated. And you can bring the hands more forward to have more space for your chest and for your shoulders and your lower back. Take 3 breaths here. No compression in the belly, no compression in your lower back. Adjust the distance of your hands according to the flexibility of your spine. Shoulders away from the ear. And then you're going to press into the hands. You're going to bring the hips up, come back to all fours. And then you're going to tuck your toes and bring yourself back into downward facing dog. Drop your knees down, all fours. You're going to bring the left foot forwards. If you have sensitive knees, you can take your blanket and place it underneath the right knee here. Come into your low lunge here. So you can decide how far you want to go, how deep you want to go. in the lunge. Yeah, so it could be here, you really want to bring the weight of the hips down, or it could be more, and you would be there in that case. And the hands can be also off the floor. So as long as you're feeling the stretch here in the quadriceps, the right, and also the opening in the hips, you're doing good of the left hips. Last breath. And then exhale, release the leg. And you're going to change. So you can place the blanket underneath the left knee and bring the right foot in between your hands. Come into your low lunge. Open the chest. Feel the opening around the hips here, the right hips, the left quadriceps. 2 more breaths. You can untuck the toe or keep the toes tucked. 1 more breath. And then exhale, you're going to slowly plant your hands, bring the right knee back, and let's press back, downward facing dog, exhale. And here, moving any way that feels good. You can bend the knees one by one, sway the hips side to side. And then you're going to walk your feet towards your hands. Fold forward, exhale into Uttanasana. Then place your hands on your thighs, bend the knees, keep your long spine, and come up, inhale. Alright. From here, we're going to do some balancing pose, something fun for the legs and the arms. So, it goes like this. You're going to just bring the knee, so the left foot comes up, and you're touching with the left hand. Up. Good. Keep breathing. There's no rush here. You can go as slow as you want. 1 more. And release. Good. Now we're going again to do some balancing pose for the legs and open the hips at the same time. So you're going to bend the right leg and place the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Place your hands into a prayer position. Take an inhale, and on the exhale you're going to bend slightly the knee. Lower the hips down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On the exhale you go down. On the inhale you come up. And again, here you can choose how far you want to go. It could be very gentle, just a little, or you could go deeper. Do whatever works for you. Great. And exhale, release. Let's change. Left ankle on top of right thigh, flex the left foot. Join your palms together at your heart center. And on the exhale, bend the knee. On the inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, release. Amazing. Whew. So we have worked hard on the hips here. You should feel it. So simply sway your hips side to side here. You can massage them if you want. Like we did at the beginning, you can make a fist and release any tension that you may have now in the hips, in the buttocks. And then you're going to come to squat down. So you're going to open your feet. And you may need your towel. So here if you need, you can roll the towel, the blanket or the towel, whatever, and place it underneath your heels if that's necessary. So you don't want to overstretch here. So you can use your hands here. Lengthen the spine, relax your neck. Take 2 breaths. Then you can release the hands. Place the left shoulders inside the left knee. Release the left hand. You're going to push the knee away from you and use your right hand underneath on your lower back. Exhale, open the torso to the right. Open the right shoulder. So here you don't really want to twist from your belly. So your belly should keep facing forward. You mostly want to open the chest and the shoulders. Take 2 breaths here. And then exhale, release and change. Bring the right shoulder inside the right knee. Push the knee away. On the exhale, open and twist to the left. And again, the belly is facing down towards the floor. You're opening mostly the chest, the shoulders here. You can decide to extend the arms or to keep it on your lower back. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Take one more breath. And exhale, slowly release. Good. Stay here in the center. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Great. And then you can come to a seated position. So here you can sit if you need on your blanket. You're gonna bring the right leg on top of the left here. So for this eagle pose, so if that's not available to you, you can keep the bottom leg straight here. So you're bending only one leg on top of it. So you want to hug your hips in, basically. So put your here. Now you're gonna open your arms. And on the exhale, you're going to bring the left shoulder towards you. And you're going to turn your head to the left. So stretching the shoulders at the same time. And also releasing the outer hips. So try to shift the pelvis forward so you're not collapsing backwards. Lengthening the spine. Take one more breath. And then exhale, release. Good. Now take an inhale. On the exhale, you're going to slide. Bring the torso more forward here until you don't have space anymore with the belly. Relax the neck. So here you should feel a little bit more tension, stretch around the right outer hip. If you prefer, you can also release the hands forward, whatever works better for you. Come back, inhale. And then you're going to release your legs here. Let's change. Bring the left leg on top of the right. Eagle pose here. So the knees are stacked on top of each other. Open your arms, inhale. And then you're going to bring the right shoulders towards you with the left elbows tucked outside the right elbow. And exhale, turn your head to the right. Feel a nice stretch in the hips here. And in your right shoulder as well. Through breath. And exhale, release. Good. Now, you can place your hands on your feet. Grab your feet. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, gently come forward. As much as the space allows you. And you can stay here or you can bring the hands forward. Relax your neck. 3 breaths. And then slowly come back. And release your belly. back to sit. Take an inhale, reach your arms up high, lengthen, elongate your spine, interlace your fingers. Stretch your whole body upwards, create space and lengthening. And exhale, release. Right, let's go into our Shavasana. So make sure you have some pillows that you can use underneath the head. You're going to lie down on the side. And so if you have a pillow to place underneath the head, go ahead. And if you have also a few to place in between your legs, that'd be good too. So you want to also have the foot supported by the pillow. And just relax here for a couple of breaths into your Shavasana. You can keep the hands on the belly. Make yourself very heavy, let the body sink down into the earth. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy this journey. Be grateful for that beautiful journey that you are on. Journey of creation, life creation, expansion, self-discovery. Make sure you relax the whole body. Keep noticing your breath. You can decide to stay as long as you want into your Shavasana. If you want to close the practice with me, slowly you can start. Move your toes and your fingers. You can use your hands to press into the floor and to come back to a seated position. So you can sit on your blanket if you want. Just find a nice comfortable seat. And you can have your hands on your belly, or one hand on the heart center, one hand on the belly. Let's take a moment here for reflection, for observation, how it feels inside, how it feels in the body. Notice the quality of your breath, the quality of your mind. And you can thank yourself for showing up today on your mat and for taking this time for self-care and for giving that amazing opportunity to your baby to practice with you and to connect deeper with her or him, knowing that she is getting as much as you from that practice. She's getting all the benefits of that yoga practice. Join your palms together at your heart center. Let's close with one Om. Inhale deeply. Full exhale. Inhale to Om. Grab your palms together. Place your palms on your eyes. Inhale, open your eyes and look at your palms. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.